Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new part of What If Izuku Was the Reincarnation of Date Masamune. This is part 11. In the last part, Izuku actually went against that of Mirako, as it would be the battle on to prove that Izuku is worthy of her love after all. As the battle is so fierce between these two titans of pure power, as both of them enjoy the battle between one another, with then Izuku coming out the victor and making their relationship official. However, not too official, keeping it a secret from that of the public, except Izuku basically gloating to that of his best friend and also to that of his crew that now he has the woman of his dreams. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? It's the last week before the U.A Sports Festival begins, with Izuku alongside that of Kojiro sparring with one another, as the two are clashing together against one another using their training swords, with instead of Izuku using that of all 6 of his swords, he's just going easy and just trying to improve his fighting style by just using one sword, with Kojiro doing the same as well. However, Kojiro isn't using his, quirk, unfortunately. Actually, he found a way to turn off his quirk, where his quirk sense basically amplifies all of his senses. He can also turn it off in case that his senses get overwhelmed in the future after all. Not only that, when he turns it off, all of his senses get amplified once he turns it all back on all at once. Doing this actually helps him improve in combat. Doing this gives him at least that of a 30-second window of an improvement and enhanced abilities, able to see his enemies become, somewhat slower to him because his thought perception is a lot faster than that of a normal human. However, you would think that doing something like this also makes his body way too slow. However, that's far from the case, as his mind also having that of a heightened inset. His mind is also heightened as well, which means his brain signals are also heightened too. That means he can actually react 4 times faster than that of a normal human being, to be honest. And originally, people used to think that his quirk was originally useless, all because it just amplified his senses already. And look at him now, as the two continue to clash with wooden blade against wooden blade, with Izuku going for that of a thrust, as then Kojiro counters the thrust before about to deal that of a side slash to that of his stomach. However, Izuku sees this, backs up before then prepares to deal that of a downward slash, as then Kojiro doing that of an upward slash to counter each other, showing that both of them know each other's fighting style quite a bit. The battle trial basically shows them how much they improve and capable of what they're able to do. Well, this sparring session shows that they basically know each other inside and out, no matter what. Within the two finishing with each other, as Izuku couldn't help but smirk with his one good eye, quite impressed with that of his right eye after all. And Kojiro couldn't help but also smirk as well, before bowing his head, saying, "So, how did I do, boss?" Saying, "Always the best, Kojiro. Always the best." With then soon looking back at all the other crew, within saying, "What are you guys all slacking off about for? Don't you all have anything else to do?" With then one of the members, a guy with that of glasses and slick back hair, saying, "Yes, about that, boss. We actually were, you see," with then soon a female member of the gang saying, "You see, we actually took on some part-time jobs, to be honest." With then saying, "Yeah, you guys told us that you did. So what's the point? With then another one of the members of the gang, as he has that of a pretty muscular appearance, as it's due to his mutation quirk, which gives him that of, well, higher muscle density, which makes his body a lot more swollen than a normal human. But it doesn't give him any superhuman strength, unfortunately. Just above average strength, to be honest. With that, I'm saying, well, you see, we took up a part-time job because we decided a few of us want to go and root for you and Boss Kojiro at this U.A Sports Festival. With then hearing that, both UA's hero training students couldn't help but be surprised. With then soon Kojiro saying, "You did all of that, so you all could root for us. But you do know that tickets for the sports festival cost almost like that of a small fortune." Within Izuku saying, "About that of 50,000 yen. How many of you are able to save up that much money for the sports festival? Especially, if I'm guessing, you all just started about that of a couple days ago. Paychecks like that don't cover stuff like that, to be honest." With it, soon, many of them looking down, as one female member, who also having that of glasses and that of pigtails with that of black hair, saying, "We understand, big boss. That's why a select few of us will go and root for you. We basically scrounged up enough cash that will allow at least that of 5 of us to go. We are only deciding on who should go, unfortunately, and it's taking quite a bit of our time. If we seem like we're being lazy, then we must apologize." As she soon bows to the 2 leaders of the gang. Within soon, Izuki saying, "So that's the reason? Damn, now I feel like an asshole. If that's the reason, why didn't you guys just speak up? I would have totally understand." Within soon, Coach was saying, "Izuku, you do know the reason is because they didn't want us to interrupt us during our training sessions. That's the reason." Within, Izuku saying, "Figures. Damn." Scratching the back of his brown hair, saying, "Look, guys, if you guys are having this much of a problem, choose those who you believe deserve it the most, who've done so much more for the gang, who's done everything to support one another and has lived by our ideals. That we do not look down on anyone, despite on where they came from, their quirks, or anything like that. If they always dreamt on being a hero and always worked hard for that goal, then they deserve it. Suppose that." Then soon, after hearing the words from their big boss, many of them took those words to heart. Within, Kojiro couldn't help but smirk, saying, "Now you've lit a fire under their belly, Izuku." Then saying, "You heard the boss. Figure it out yourselves. Who do you all believe the 5 who deserve to take those tickets? Now, I expect this to be finished by the end of the week before the sports festival. Do I make myself clear?" Within, all 50 members of the Azures all say, "Yes, sir." Then soon, as Kojiro soon walks off to Izuku saying, "Oh, by the way, Kojiro, where's Uraraka and Kaminari? I haven't seen them basically the rest of the week. So, since you basically announced that you and Mirako are dating, they've been focusing on training just like the rest of us. After all, the sports festival is coming up, so they need to improve just as much as we do." Then hearing that saying, True that. The U.A Sports Festival." Then soon Kojiro saying, "It's this festival where you supposed to show that you're going to be the next number 1 hero, that you are here, just as All Might said." Then he's saying, "Yeah, definitely. After all, I was always going to be the number 1 hero. Now I have to show it, prove it, not with my words, but with my actions. After all." After hearing that, Kojiro couldn't help but smirk, saying, agreed. With then, Izuku saying, now then, enough break time. Let's get back to it. With then, lightning begins to crackle against his wooden sword. With then soon, Kojiro prepares his wooden blade as well. With then saying, of course, big boss. As the two clash once more. The week now goes by, and now it's time. Time for the event that everybody has been excited and waiting for. It's time for the beginning of the U.A Sports Festival. As almost that of 200, possibly that of 250 heroes come to this event. Alongside that of many businesses and also a few civilians who are even able to purchase a ticket for the sports festival after all. As the U.A Sports Festival has tons of food stalls, booths, and plenty of entertainment as well. However, this year's U.A Sports Festival is completely different from, the past couple years. As many reporters are trying to get in, some that were also involved with a bit of it with the, UA barrier fiasco, also trying to get in as well. However, their credentials, their licensing, and everything else being checked out. What the reason being is because since this was the first year that villains attacked, so they need to be extra precautious, especially given that tons of pros are also acting as a security, especially 3 pros that are basically iconic in Masafu at this time, being Mount Lady, Death Arms, and Kamui Woods as well. However, 2 of them are taking their job seriously, while one of them, it's just enjoying the attention and being in the sports festival in general. However, is not what's important. What's truly important are the students taking part during the sports festival. Currently, with that of Class 1A, many of them are getting psyched up, while a few of them are also feeling quite nervous as well. But given that this is basically one of the events that do or die for their, for their careers as that of pros, of course that they would be a little bit nervous. Except at least that of, 5 of them. That being Bakugo, Shoto, Sasuke, and also that of Kojiro as well. The 5th person also being that of Kirishima too. Getting more and more pumped up too. However, as soon as the door opens, it being that of Izuku and Momo. However, Izuku having that of his eye patch off of his eye, with everybody still a little bit uneasy seeing Izuku without an eye patch. With then saying, all right, guys, we got at least that of a few more minutes before we got to head out there. So get your shit together and get ready. After saying that, Ida saying, Midoriya, the words you say are quite crass and disrespectful as well, but thank you for the information. Saying, no problem, Ida, no problem. With then soon, Izuku sitting right next to Kojiro. With then soon, Kojiro saying, so, how'd it go? I got permission to use it. After all, they say they wanted me to go all out. So me having a handicap with one good eye is a big no-no in their eyes after all. With then soon, Ojaka saying, so, big boss, Deku, why don't you not have your eye patch on? With then Kaminari saying, yeah, man, it looks so... I still can't get used to you not having an eye patch on. With then Izuku saying, oh, right. Actually, they allowed me my solid eye, actually. The eye patch that I have with my support gear that allows me to see, that allows me the sight from my eye again. With soon all of them looking at it, with then Kojiro saying, so, they really did allow you permission to use it. Saying, like I said, they wanted me to go all out, and they wanted me at my 100%. Blinding myself and handicapping myself is out of the picture for them. After saying that, soon putting on his solid eye, as he now gets the vision back into his right eye, with it saying, God, gotta get used to this from time to time. Hearing the conversation, Bakko couldn't help but grit his teeth in that of annoyance, saying, seriously, constantly always bringing it up. Are you trying to guilt trip me, you damn Deku? With then Tsu on Shoto's point of view, he couldn't help but feel that of the scar on the left side of his face, with thinking, if my mom didn't start healing me after pouring the boiling water on my eye, I wonder, would I lost my sight as well? But then looking back at Izuku, with soon Momo sitting with that of Sasuke saying, my lady, are you? It's alright. I'm actually excited. If anything, I'm pumped. The fire inside me is truly looking forward to this, Sasuke. So, but I won't lie, I am a little bit nervous not wanting to letting all the hard work that I've gone through for the past couple of weeks go to waste. With then soon Sasuke having that of a comforting smile. Not to worry, my lady. You will. Just always remember that determination and hard work you have. With then saying, thank you, Sasuke. Within Tokuyami, looking at everything that's happening, with soon couldn't help but feel somewhat annoyed. However, saying, Yayorozu. Within soon, both Momo and Sasuke were caught off guard by the words of Tokuyami, saying, seeing your abilities and skills, you're capable. Don't let your doubts get in the way of your victory. Understood? Within soon, Momo couldn't help but actually smile, hearing the words from that of the aloof, bird, raven-haired teen, couldn't help but say, yes, I will. Within soon, Sasuke saying, that's quite interesting. Normally, you're a lot more colder than anyone else. Why the certain interest, Tokuyami? Within soon, Tokuyami saying, I'm just aware of her talent and skills. It'd be a waste if she basically doesn't believe in her own capabilities. That's all. Within, after saying that, he soon just goes back to being quiet. Within, both Sasuke couldn't help but be curious about the words of the raven-haired teen, encouraging his master after all. With then soon, Izuku commenting saying, still, I'm a little annoyed that they said we can't use our swords though. If anything, and they only allowed us to use the wooden swords. As much as I'm okay with holding back from that of kill shots, I still hate the fact that I'm stuck using wooden swords. With then soon, Gojiro having that of two wooden swords on his side on the table as well, saying, I understand how you feel, big boss, but you have to accept this. There is no lethal attacks in that of the sports festival after all. With then soon, Izuku saying, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. With then soon, Shoto soon standing up and then walking over to Izuku, but then saying, Midoriya. With then Izuku looking at Shoto with that of his one good eye as his however, he's also still able to see him through that of his solid eye as well, given that the nerves to his eye are now back online. Within saying, yeah, what do you want, Todoroki? Within soon, Todoroki saying, on that of a technical level, I have to say that I'm possibly stronger than you. On a physical level, you may be better than me, especially with your quirks and your so-called unique ability to manipulate lightning. But even so, I know that my abilities are stronger. Within suit, Izuku couldn't help but narrow his eye, as even Kojiro couldn't help but also be confused on what's that he's aware that Shoto is doing that of a declaration of war. With then suit, Kirishima seeing the tension as everybody else begins to see the tension as well. With soon, even Momo standing up, saying, Todoroki, what's the meaning of this? With then Kirishima saying, yeah, what the heck, why are you doing this now of all times, Todoroki? With then soon, Izuku saying, nah, guys, back off, back off. Let Todoroki speak. I want to hear what Scarface has to say. With then soon, Todoroki could help but get pissed at that, saying, all I'm just going to say is that I will beat you. Simple as that. That's all I'm going to tell you. Saying, okay then, that's it. No other words. Just going to say you're going to beat me. Honestly, you don't even mean anything to me, Todoroki, so your words don't even matter to me. You can declare your war on me all you want. It's not like it's going to matter. We barely had any introductions with one another, to be honest. And now that you want to declare war on me, you think it's supposed to matter to me? Personally, it doesn't. But I'll let you know this. Within pulling out one of his wooden swords before bringing up to that of Todoroki's neck. However, instead of it being on the right side, it's actually on the left, even though Izuku is using it right-handed. Within, Todoroki believed that it was coming down onto that of his shoulder, on that of his right side. However, it's on his right, on his left though. You see, if I hit you on your left side, you wouldn't have used your flames. I'm aware of your little half and half quirk after all. So unless you basically bust out that fire and use both your ice and fire against me at the exact same time, then your little declaration of war is meaningless. So keep talking all that shit when you know that you ain't gonna do anything about it. Half-ass. As Izuku says this with that of a smirk, within, the tension in the room begins to get even bigger and bigger. Within, Shoto having that of a death glare at that of the eye patch wearing young brown-haired young man. Within, soon as somebody was about to speak up, within, President Mike speaks up saying, will Class 1A soon come down to that of the arena? It's now time. Within, after that, Izuku soon grabs all 6 of his wooden swords as everybody else begins to walk off. Within, soon, Izuku saying, like I told you, don't half-ass this half-ass. With them walking off. But soon Koji was saying, was that truly necessary to provoke him, big boss? But then Ochako saying, yeah, wasn't that a bit mean? What soon Izuku saying, I have to. A guy like that, who holds himself back, isn't going to be an affected hero. If anything, he's just going to be one big liability. Hopefully during the sports festival, I can help the bastard basically see that. This would be different if he just had that of an ice quirk after all. However, when it comes to to quirk users with that of dual typings, to be honest, I've seen a couple of people who've suffered quite a bit. Within soon, Kotaro saying, yes, I remember. Somebody from back at Aldera. There was this one girl back during our time at Aldera. She had that of both a lightning and water type quirk actually. You would think having a quirk like that would make her that of a dangerous threat. She can use her water to conduct the lightning to electrocute her enemies easily. But unfortunately, she ended up when quirks with that of different types of elements, they do complement each other, but it also comes with that of backwards compatibility as well. Turns out her left side is able to absorb electricity and is immune to electrocution. However, her right side, on the other hand, she can liquefy her right side. Unfortunately, it's still a good conductor to that electricity and the other way around. She sometimes electrocutes herself from time to time. It's the reason why she has to take that of certain support devices that basically keeps her solid and also not electrocute her as well. So when some quirks seem like they'd be useful for that of hero work, on the other hand, to the user, they can be basically a living hell. And when you have a quirk that basically is half fire and half ice, it could basically, on the surface, it looks like a powerful quirk. However, internally, overuse your ice or overuse your fire, it could literally burn you and also give you freezer burn as well. If Todoroki can't find a way to harmonize both sides, he's going to be a dead hero in and I give it at least that of 2 years tops. Within soon, Denki actually feeling somewhat worried, saying, "Damn, you guys don't mess around, don't you?" Saying within Izuku saying, "I'm a quirk nerd. As much people as forget about it because I look more like a baby-faced delinquent. I'm able to analyze, reference, and basically come to predictions about many people's quirks after all. It's just who I am." With then soon, all of them basically continue as then soon President Mike giving that of a welcome to that of for Class 1A as they finally arrive in the arena. Within soon, many other students from that of Class 1B, Class 1C, and D from that of General Ed, and Class E being the support course, and the other two classes being from that of the business courses as well. With then soon, President Mike saying, "And now we have all of the students here. Give it up to all the students of the first years." Within soon, everybody began to clap. Even some from general studies couldn't help but be surprised that they were also getting claps after all. Figure since this is all for that of the hero course, to be honest. With then soon, and that of the crowd in the arena, within three figures actually began watching the match. Within that of a bubbly, periwinkle-haired young lady, basically is surprised, saying, "Ooh, see, look at them. Everybody's actually excited for them this year." With, "Isn't that awesome, Amajigi?" With then a young man with that being the same young man from a couple days ago, that being Tamaki Amajigi, for a third year in Class 3B, and a member of the Big Three as well. With then saying, "Yeah, totally, Hato. Why are we here again, Mirio?" With then the young man from a couple weeks ago, the third year that pissed off Tokoyami, the semi-spiky brown-haired young man with that of, well, pale black eyes, but they basically say it all with that of passion after all, as he still has that of a bright smile, so bright that it almost feels like looking at the sun itself, saying, "I'm just so curious. When I found out that those three were first years, I couldn't help but feel like I need to see what they're capable of." With then soon, Tamaki saying, You mean that of the first years with one of them being the one who wanted to attack you after all?" With then soon saying, "Especially him. I want to see what he's capable of. For some reason, something is drawing me to him. Drawing me to basically want to see what he's truly able to do." With then soon, Hato saying, ooh, I know the reason why. It's because you see potential in him being a great hero, right?" Saying, "Well, but all of them do. Even those from general studies is capable. After all, I was originally from general studies, even with the amazing powers I have. After all, starting from a class where I can build bonds with others is way more important than just reaching the top, after all, to be honest." With then soon, Tamaki saying, "You never change, Mirio. You never change." With then soon, Mirio looking back down as he's seeing that of Tokoyami. However, Tokoyami begins to feel somebody looking at him. However, it's a feeling of basically wanting to kill that person, though, as he grits onto his wooden odachi. Within soon, the umpire and advisor for this year's U.A Sports Festival being Midnight. With soon, many people in the stands couldn't help but blush or feel pretty uncomfortable seeing that of Midnight's outfit after all, while some actually can't help but like it, to be honest, especially one weirdo from that of the general studies course with that of balls for hair. With Midnight speaking up saying, "Now, since everybody's here, before we begin that of the U.A Sports Festival, let's have that of the student representative of the first years. We have that of the student pledge, Izuku Midoriya. Please, come on up." With this, hearing that, Izuku saying, "Oh, right, student pledge, totally forgot about that. But then soon, Kojiro saying, you did not prepare a speech, didn't you, Izuku? Saying, of course not. Why didn't you remind me? Within soon, Kojiro couldn't help but smirk, saying, oh, you did know. You just wanted me to see me squirm. And Kojiro saying, I have no idea what you're talking about, big boss. With soon, Izuku walking up on the stage grumbling. Within soon, Ochako saying, boss, Kojiro? What's all that about? Saying, Izuku's good at making speeches. It's true, but when he's basically told, that's when he's basically on the spot. He can just make something up easily to help those, to encourage those to move forward and to achieve what they want. However, tell him to basically make a speech to prepare for, well, he's a nervous wreck. Within Kaminari couldn't help but scratch the back of his head before saying, wait, are you saying he has stage fright? With soon, Kojiro saying, that's exactly what I'm saying. And when he gives out a speech that he knows that he isn't prepared for, it's somewhat kind of gratifying, to be honest. And you can't help but just watch it. It's like a train wreck. You want to look away, but you just can't. With then soon, both Kaminari and Ochako couldn't help but feel somewhat nervous that their second-in-command boss is basically taking joy in seeing their fearless leader, who's so confident, basically look like a nervous wreck. As he walks up to the podium, basically robotically, like crazy. Within suit, he's saying, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. I am so damn dead. A few seconds later, the crowd goes quiet, waiting for Izuku to make a speech. Before then soon, 5 people saying, go big boss, go big boss, go big boss. As it being the 5 members from his gang that actually came to cheer him on. Then saying, so those knuckleheads really did make it. Damn, I'm really a fool. Shouldn't have been nervous for nothing. I gotta be strong for them. Before taking a deep breath and before saying, listen here, if any of you who came here to see that of Class 1A basically prove what they're capable of just because they dealt with villains, then just tell you this now. Get the hell out of here. If you want to know on who was able to take down the villains without breaking a sweat, then you're looking at yours truly. And not just me, but another person as well. And she's just as much of a badass as me. And another guy as well. Except the guy does piss me off, but he's just as much of a freaking badass as any one of us. And not only that, some of them didn't even get a chance to even show what they're capable of. If you want to see what they're truly capable of, and you just want to see basically a bunch of kids who wonder what it was like to basically go against real villains when they didn't even get a chance to even fight back, then get your asses out of here. Because right now, right here and now, you'll see what they're really capable of. Right here, right now. And as for me, I don't plan on holding anything back. So criticize me, look down on me, basically do whatever the hell you want. All that matters is my own results. And I'll always keep moving forward as the #1 student and #1 hero, after all. That's what I'm going to do. So just keep watching and seeing what the new generation's capable of. After saying his piece, he soon walks back down, with some people completely dumbfounded by his words. Some were actually caught off guard, believing that, well, many pros did come here for Class 1A that basically survived that of a villain attack, even though none of them actually did get a chance to fight back except that of Izuku, Momo, and Tokoyami when they fought against that of the Nomu. But Kurogiri didn't even have a chance to basically separate them after all, when he and Shigaraki were too stunned about what they just saw, to be honest. So now they know the truth. With a few pro heroes basically thinking that Izuku was basically full of himself, while some couldn't believe that. It felt way too too weird after all. However, the U.A faculty, on the other hand, they're quite pissed that Izuku just basically undid half of the hard work that they'd done, was trying to keep it a secret about what happened at the USJ. As for All Might, oh boy, I really hope I did not make a mistake giving him One for All. But his words, he wasn't just trying to belittle the pros who only came here for that of Class 1A to get the recognition. He also was trying to build up everyone else, his fellow students, and seeing his results within a few people from general studies, especially Shinso, having that of more determination to actually show what they're capable of, while even those in Class 1B who were basically wanting to prove that they're better than Class 1A because of this USJ situation, now realize that they had really nothing to think about except now that they want to basically aim for that of Izuku, Momo, and Tokoyami. As for Tokoyami saying, giving me credit, I'm surprised. I thought you hated me, saying, well, yeah, I hate you, but you are talented and gifted. I will give you that. Just to let you know, don't get bumped off too early. Within soon, Tokoyami saying, I could say the same to you. Within soon, Midnight getting the crowd's attention once again, saying, now, with the words of Midoriya out of the way, it's now time to begin the U.A Sports Festival truly. Because for the first round and first event, we have that of an obstacle course race. With then hearing that, everybody is shocked and surprised that their first event is an obstacle course race. With then some getting excited, some getting worried, while some just are prepared. As the U.A Sports Festival is about to begin. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. Sorry that this is too short. I mean, all my videos when it comes to this series is way too short, to be honest. And that's how I like it. At any rate, sorry if this is, well, somewhat not entire, that this didn't go straight into the sports festival entirely. I wanted to take my time with this one, after all. Also, I wanted to bring in the fact that Izuku would call out Todoroki for his bullshit by holding himself back entirely. If he's going to declare war on him due to his connection with All Might, of course, he's going to call out Todoroki for him basically half-assing his bullshit by calling him half-ass. And I'm also still giving you guys a reminder that this is still Izuku, with the personality of Masamune, but it's still Izuku, who's a huge-ass quirk nerd after all. So, yeah. Any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, my Patreon, and Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon signing out. Later, guys, and take care. Shiro Kitsune, you know what to do, my lady.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!